I'm Liz with Eco Urban Gardens, and welcome back for episode 5 of Gardening at Home. So we officially made it through the month of April, woohoo! And now going into May and the summer months, we're gonna talk about how to compost at home and reduce your landfill waste by using your food scraps in a compost. So whether you live in an apartment or in a house, you can compost. If you live in a small space without a yard, you can still compost. You're just gonna do it in a bucket, and you're going to use your compost in potted plants or maybe in a veggie bed that you have. So the only elements that you need for a successful compost are carbon, nitrogen, air, water, and decomposers. Your nitrogen is going to be your green waste. So your green waste is your food scraps. It could be leaves, it could be grass cuttings, it could be coffee grounds or eggshells. And your brown waste or your carbon is going to be mulch, sawdust, scraps of paper. You can even use cardboard. And then air, obviously you need to turn the compost to make sure that there's oxygen in it. And water, you should get mostly from your food scraps, but if you need to sometimes add a little bit of extra water, the decomposers need the water in order to break down the material. So your decomposers are your bacteria and your invertebrates that actually eat the carbon and the nitrogen and produce the compost. So your first step for building your at-home compost is you're gonna need a container. Now I live in an apartment, so I'm gonna use this bucket that has a lid. I'm gonna use the lid because it can get a little bit stinky and my apartment's not that big. But if you live in a house and you have some space in your backyard, you could use a tumbler, or you could even just make a pile on the ground. You don't need a container at all. So say you're in an apartment and you're gonna use a container. Your first step is to line the bottom of the container with some brown waste. You're gonna need the brown waste to help absorb the water and add the carbon element. So I'm gonna line the bottom of my container with these strips of sliced up grocery bags. Get a nice thick layer there. Then I'm gonna add some soil. Now this can either be soil you dig up from your yard or potting soil that you purchase, but you wanna make sure that it's alive, meaning that there's living bacteria in the soil. So if you purchase a bag from, say, Home Depot or something, you might wanna leave it out open for a little while so it can get that living bacteria. So I'm gonna put a nice layer of my soil on top of my first layer of brown waste. Then I'm gonna start adding my green waste. And the key here is to get a sort of 50-50 mix of brown waste and green waste. So I've added a little brown waste. Green waste. I've added a little more brown waste. Now I've been collecting these food scraps for a few weeks, so every time I cook, I just take my food scraps and I put them in a plastic bag and put them in my freezer. That way, when I'm ready to compost, I can pull them out of my freezer. The food scraps will melt, which will add water to my compost, and it won't make my compost as smelly. So now you can see that I've done a couple layers here. We've got our brown waste layer, our soil layer, our green waste layer, and then another layer of brown waste, and then our food scraps on top. Now we're gonna repeat the whole process, adding more brown waste, so on and so forth, until you layer it to the top. So it's gonna take approximately a month for your compost to break down. You're gonna wanna turn it about once a week. So if I'm using a container like this, I could take it and shake it up, or I could mix it with a large fork. Or if you have a tumbler or a pile in your backyard, you could use a pitchfork or a shovel or just turn it. You just need to make sure you're getting oxygen in there so that the bacteria can stay alive. So I suggest that during the month when you're waiting for your compost to turn into compost, you want to keep your food scraps in the freezer or in a separate container. You want to let everything in your compost pile completely break down before you start adding new stuff into it. Now if you live outside, if your compost is outside, you can add worms. This will help the process go a little bit faster, and you want to make sure that when you're flipping the pile, to add oxygen, that you don't kill all of your worms, and you want to make sure the worms stay in the pile before you transfer your compost into the bed. So that's it for our composting video. If you have any questions, you can email me at echristy@ecourban.gardens.org, or you can follow us on social media, Eco Urban Gardens on Instagram, EcoFarmEd on Facebook, and DM us with any questions that you have. Thank you so much. Have a great day.